Kicking off our Sunrise Smart Start, a federal judge has dismissed the indictment against former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Tish James, ruling the interim U.S. attorney who secured their indictments, Lindsay Halligan, was unlawfully appointed by the Justice Department.
The White House says this fight is not over with. Halligan was named interim prosecutor when the previous U.S. attorney was ousted. In the ruling Monday, the judge said the White House exceeded its authority with Halligan's appointment. But the Trump team maintains the move is legal and calls the ruling unprecedented.
It is our position that Lindsay Halligan is extremely qualified for this position, but more importantly, was legally appointed to it.
The message has to be sent that the President of the United States cannot use the Department of Justice to target his political enemies.
Attorney General Pam Bondi vows to appeal, but legal analysts say that could be difficult for the case with Comey, as the charges now are beyond the 5-year statute of limitations.
Gates police need your help identifying the suspects involved in a string of car break-ins and a high-speed chase that reached more than 110 miles per hour over the weekend. Between Saturday and Sunday, multiple cars were damaged and broken into along the Spencerport Road corridor near Elm Grove Road and nearby side streets. A sergeant spotted what they thought was the getaway car, a red Kia, but they say the driver took off heading east into Rochester. The pursuit ended when officers lost sight of the car on side streets. Anyone with information is asked to call Gates Police at 247-2262.
An inmate serving a life sentence for the 1990 murders of a 15-year-old girl and the toddler she was babysitting in Wayne County has been granted an open parole date. 50-year-old Chad Campbell could be released on or before March 12th, pending a final review. He's been in state custody since 1996 and has been denied parole multiple times prior to this. He was 14 when prosecutors say he stabbed and killed his classmate Cindy Lewis and the infant she was watching in Palmyra. State Senator Pam Helming has been vocally opposed to his release and has launched a petition urging the public to push back on the parole board's decision. An open parole date means Campbell could be released, but his freedom depends on a full review of his behavior in prison, his participation in programs, and the risk he may pose to the public once he is out, if that happens. Your sunrise traffic here at 6:51. Got one issue on the west side, 490 westbound at the interchange with Route 33. So a little bit further there out of our greater Rock Sky. East side 590 north and southbound moving along just fine. We do have sunrise traffic again coming up as always at 7:25 during CBS Mornings.
A 28-year-old man is charged with DWI after Rochester police say he crashed his car through the side of a church, leaving a hole in the wall.
The damage from that accident Sunday morning at St. Ambrose is extensive, and for some in the area, it's part of a frustrating trend at that intersection at Culver and Empire Boulevard. Across the street, they've had it happen before. The owner of Donuts Delight says they've been through this just recently. The same thing happened New Year's Eve at that donut shop. A drunk driver plowed into the side of the store multiple times before leaving the parking lot. And since they've put up some new safeguards over at St. Ambrose, the church is continuing on with services as planned this week as repairs are being done.
Organizers for the Brockport Arts Festival recently submitted the plans for next year's event, but for the first time in decades, the village board did not approve the plans right away. In previous years, the Arts Festival was put on through a partnership between the Brockport Integrated Service Clubs organization, known as BISCO, and the village, but this year they voted to disconnect from the village and put on the festival themselves. Now the village board says it cannot approve plans for the event until an attorney looks them over, citing concerns over funding. Despite the hiccup, the mayor says this won't impact the festival in the long run.
I don't think there will be any issues with passing the agreement at all. I don't think there's any issues. This MOU is essentially new, and that's why we wanted to go over it and have our attorney look at it, just because it's, it's a different way of running the festival this year compared to last year.
The mayor stresses the board will still approve the plan by the end of the month. Tonight, check out the premiere of our new digital exclusive show, The Last Page. Our reporter Kendra Simpson, Sunrise producer Andy Velez, and myself invite you to read along with us as we dive into books by local authors and interview them on the show. This month, we spoke with Peter Connors. He wrote Merch Table Blues, a book that explores a band with a literal cult following. During our chat with him, Peter describes some of his local influences and how his own experiences in the Rochester indie rock scene inspired the story.
everybody would always say, well, it's a cult following, right? If you're a deadhead, and people would think like, maybe it is a cult, you know? And that was really, that simple question is what drove the book. Like, what if a band with a cult following actually had a cult following?
You can check out our full interview with Peter on the Rochester First streaming app later today, and keep an eye out on social media tomorrow where we'll announce the next book so you can read along.
Looking forward to that. We'll have the weather special tonight at 7.
Yes,
also
that's right. Which is live, which is very fun there. We've got rain showers this afternoon, transitioning over to snow showers Wednesday night, really. Funny to see how we go from the 50s, upper 50s to low 30s there. And then wind as well, going to be howling for Thanksgiving. Black Friday, that's kind of the best day, I think, the best chance we have for accumulating snow, at least in the morning.
All right. Besides book club, the weather special, there's also the weekday morning podcast, Waking Up a Sunrise at 9 o'clock. I've got to step out and be a dad today, so half day. So you two,
you got me.
Handle it.
We'll be covering it.
Have fun. And that's on the Rochester First streaming app and rochesterfirst.com.
Have a great day, everyone. CBS Mornings up next.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on rochesterfirst.com, Facebook, X, and on our app for news and weather. Get the Rochester First streaming app today for everything you love from News 8 On Demand, plus exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else. Search ROC and download for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.